Greetings guys, back in Sydney, and as you can see from behind me, today we've been invited to the media call for the brand new production from Opera Australia. It's Handa Opera and it is Phantom of the Opera on Sydney Harbour. Extremely looking forward to this. We're just about to head in and check this out. Hopefully you enjoy the footage in the meantime, and I'll be back after this to let you know my thoughts on what I saw today and to give you a preview of Phantom of the Opera on Sydney Harbour. Talk to you soon.
Forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you beside you, to guard you and to guide you. Shelter, let me be your light. You're safe, no one will find you. Your fears are far behind you.
What I want is freedom, a world with no more night, and you always beside me, to hold me and to hide me.
Then say you shall one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you need me with you here, beside you, anywhere you go, let me go to. Christine, that's all I ask of you. darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey to a strange new world. Leave old thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darkest side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the You alone can make my soul take flight. Help me make the music of the
Hi, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daae. Thanks, Amy.
Welcome, Amy, back to Sydney. How have you been enjoying it so far?
It's been awesome. Yeah, loving rehearsing on this incredible stage in front of such an iconic venue.
You are definitely no stranger to this production. You actually kind of are becoming a bit of a veteran of it. So you've obviously been on West End, which the How Prince kind of designed one, which looked amazing. But
Exactly.
you've also been at the Opera House for the touring production.
Mm-hmm.
This is a different beast.
It is.
How do you find? Is there similarities that you're seeing that carry forth, like with the design, like say How Prince stuff, or is it completely something new and fresh for you as you explore the
I would
character?
say there's a few similarities, but mostly it's a brand new production, which is really exciting to work on and rediscover a role in a whole new way with Simon, our director, who's absolutely incredible. But yeah.
You're also no stranger to kind of performing outdoors. Like you've obviously been the guest speaker with Andre Bocelli and that sort
Yeah.
of thing. So I imagine it'd be a little bit different in the musical theatre because there's quite a bit of physicality involved with that. Have you found your preparation process compared to like being somewhere intimate indoors versus outside the elements?
It's been massive. I mean, performing with someone like Andre Bocelli in an outdoor arena is totally different to performing on this huge, big raked stage. Number one, we kind of go on rain, hail or shine, really, which is we have to get used to performing if there's a little sprinkling of rain, which is actually quite nice because it adds to the drama sometimes in a production like Phantom. But yeah, it's been hard to get used to it, but actually it's been quite thrilling, to be honest, when you get a big gust of wind at certain moments and you're walking up the iconic Masquerade steps and see the Sydney Opera House in the background. It's pretty breathtaking. So I think where the entire cast is pinching themselves that we get to perform on something as epic as this stage.
Gives you that kind of that different drama, I guess, that you
It
get
definitely adds a whole element of drama that you wouldn't have thought that Phantom needed, but we love it.
Your with your process in getting into character of Christine, she's a fascinating character. She's got these different dynamics to her, and she's kind of evolving, probably the main kind of evolving character arc, I think, through the show. With that, considering you've been with the character for a while, have you looked at her differently compared to when you originally got cast
Yeah.
on the West End versus now? Like, how do you say her differently?
Definitely. I think obviously working with different directors allows me to rediscover different parts of the character that I would have never thought about before, which is really, really interesting. But I think in general, when I first started, when I was 23 years old in the West End, I was drawing a lot of inspo from different Christines that came before me, which was great at the time, but I think now I've really kind of taken the role into my own and really thought about how I want to play different elements really thoroughly. So it's been really great to play it so many different times and really come into my own as the character.
Well, full disclosure, like apart from you and like I think you and Sierra Bogus are definitely like the best Christines I've seen on stage. Yeah, so yeah, and that's I've seen quite a few. So congratulations, it's great what you bring to it.
That's the ultimate compliment.
Yeah,
I think Sarah's the ultimate Christine. So
I know, but like I think you guys have evolved it in such a way, and I think that's kind of really great. The what if people have seen the previous productions like West End, like the touring production versus this one? What makes this a must-see spectacle for people who have seen the production before?
Well, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's nothing like this has ever happened anywhere in the world, if I do say so myself. I don't think there's any stage that has been built on the water with this iconic venue in the background. So, I honestly think it's worth flying from around the world to see it. I really, really do.
I definitely think so. Congratulations on what I've seen so far. It looks fantastic. Break a leg, best of luck.
Thank you.
And hopefully the weather's good throughout the whole kind of process.
Please,
Yeah, so-
I would love just like a little bit of a sprinkle of rain during wishing and a gorgeous gust so my cape just flies up and that's it. And maybe just a little bit of rain during the final layer as well. That's it. That's all I'm asking for.
It would be great. Well, in fairness, when Andrew Lloyd came to watch it, the first one, he got drenched. So,
I know.
So hopefully.
I know, but that's a whole experience in itself. Singing in the rain, we love it.
That's the next project. Well, congratulations, best of luck, and thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, you too. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Sydney, Jake. How are you liking being on the harbour in this massive production?
On the harbour, I mean, as you can see, it's one of the most iconic landmarks that we have in Australia, and to be able to perform this gargantuan show in its 40th year in front of it is honestly a privilege that not many people can say they've had. So I'm feeling very lucky and very blessed right now.
You're definitely one of the youngest Phantoms I've seen in the role. That must give you such a unique perspective. How have you approached that from a creative process and looking at that character? Does that give you a bit of a different eye compared to previous performers, you think?
I think so. I think there's certain elements of the character, having read the novel and done my own research on his past and his upbringing, being able to bring certain elements of that someone else may not be able to, using physicality. I can certainly lean into that a bit more, but for me it's all about the voice for the Phantom. I mean, he has to be able to lure Christine in with his voice, and if he sounds a bit more older, robust and a bit more lyrical, then age doesn't really read in that sense, I think. But in a creative process, we haven't looked at the character's age, just the Phantom, Eric as himself, really.
Have you looked at, in your creative process, is it about kind of creating something completely different, or have you been kind of looking at previous iterations, maybe like Lon Chaney or even Michael Crawford? Where do you kind of start?
So, I mean, I've been watching Phantom for a very long time, so I've been a huge fan. So I've seen many iterations of the role, and being able to take inspiration from other performers and seeing what they've done in the past. But I really think what is handed to you with the character is in the score that Andrew Lloyd Webber has written. So you've got so many hints and so many clues, you can make it your own in certain parts, but it's more so just soaking it all in, watching Michael Crawford or Anthony Warlow and saying, I'll take those on board because they've done it so successfully. I don't want to copy. I want to bring a little bit of my own to the role, obviously, like you said, being a bit younger, and hopefully honour the score and the lineage before me.
How has it been performing on a stage like this? I imagine you've got quite a bit of opera experience, but as opposed to being out in the open compared to being like in those intimate kind of settings that you might have previously.
I'd say the key difference is that we've got in-ear monitors, so we hear ourselves at all times, so we don't hear the big effect out there. So it's very almost confronting having yourself right in your ears, so you've got to make sure you're really on top of it. But I'd say obviously we're on a big rake, so I've been on the Stairmaster every day. But yeah.
You definitely can't be afraid of heights, like from
No,
yeah.
can't be afraid of swinging heights. So yeah, I think it's a great homage to the Phantom and its 40th year.
It looks amazing so far, and I was so impressed with the voice. I actually smiled when I kind of heard you kind of break out into song, and I was just, I thought it was fantastic.
Thank
so
you.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you
Break a
so
leg,
much.
best of luck.
Thanks, mate.
And great luck for the season.
Thanks, mate. Really appreciate it.
Tiny bit.
I'm not so demanding like this. 1, 2, 3. And in. Sorry, and one more time. 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Alright guys, just looking here, beautiful. So it's under a full length. And can we do, perfect.
That was work scope. And again.
Greetings once again, guys. Just got out of the media call for the brand new production to be playing on Sydney Harbour, courtesy of Opera Australia and Handa Opera, and that is Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera. Now, it is the smash West End and Broadway hit that has toured around the globe. Originally started with Michael Crawford and Sarah Brightman, and it is, funnily enough, celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. So it has returned to Sydney Harbour. It has been here before on the harbour, and also there was a touring production a number of years ago at the Sydney Opera House. That one was particularly fantastic and had an utterly amazing cast. This one is no different, and the cast that they've assembled in this is very impressive indeed. In the lead role of the Phantom, we see relative newcomer Jake Lyle. Now, he has had opera experience before, but I tell you what, I heard a few notes from his rendition of Music of the Night today, and I can tell you now, he is going to be asked to go to West End and Broadway. He is that good. He is going to be an amazing performer. So congratulations to him. He is utterly fantastic. Also in the lead role, which will be one of the main reasons you have to run out to get a ticket, is to see Amy Manford in the lead role of Christine Daae. Of course, there's been many Christine Daaes before, including Sarah Brightman, and probably arguably one of the best Christine Daaes is Sierra Boggess, but in my top two is Sarah Boggess and Amy Manford. She is that good, and she's so good, in fact, that whenever Andrea Bocelli is touring, he asks her to come around and perform with him. She has a fantastic opera voice, learned her trade in Perth at WAPA, but she is utterly amazing on stage. She just exudes this fantastic feminine energy, this sensuality and this grace at the same time, but also she's just got this serene voice that is utterly captivating on stage, and just how she kind of carries the performance and the evolution of Christine Daae on stage is really impressive. So definitely get tickets and check her out. She is majestic in that role. Also in the role of Raoul, we see Jared Draper. He is no stranger to performing in a Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber production either. He just came off Cats, and he's also come off Sunset Boulevard just before that. So he kind of round outs the ensemble very nicely. There's also Deborah Kryzak in this production, and Brent Hill as well, to kind of add to the artillery that this production is kind of going to fire out to audiences. It is directed by Simon Phillips and composed by Guy Simpson, but of course it's based off the majestic music composed by Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, and it is utterly impressive. The staging is grand in scale, and as you walk in you'll just be mesmerized, and just with the addition of the music on the harbour, it is utterly sublime. I can't recommend this show highly enough from what I've seen so far. I get to catch it in its entirety on opening night, which will be in a few days time, but yeah, from what I've seen today at the media call, it is amazing. I got to walk on stage today and interview a few of the performers, including Jake Lyle and Amy Manford. They were great to talk to, but just the staging, just to be up there and to see what they see, unbelievable kind of creative efforts have gone into making this a majestic kind of spectacle for audiences to see. So definitely come and check this out. Highly recommend it. Grab your tickets now. It's worth travelling interstate to see this. It is that good, and just Sydney Harbour just kind of adds an additional element to it. It is magic. But aside from that, I am about to head off. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Also leave a comment to let me know if you have seen Phantom of the Opera before, and if you have seen Phantom of the Opera on Sydney Harbour. Would love to know what you thought of it, and also happy to answer any of your questions if you have them. But aside from that, I'm about to head off. I'll catch you guys at the next one. So long.